Welcome, science fans. Today we're going to talk about something truly amazing, something that is changing our world right now. It's called artificial intelligence, or AI for short. You might think of AI as something from science fiction movies, robots that can think and talk just like us. Well, that future might be closer than you think. But AI isn't just about futuristic robots. It's already here, all around us, working quietly behind the scenes. It's helping us in ways big and small every single day. This isn't just a small change, it's a full-blown revolution. Just like the invention of the printing press or the internet, it's changing how we live, work, and connect with each other. Think about your day so far. Did you ask a smart speaker for the weather? Did you use a map on your phone to find the best route to work? Maybe you scrolled through a social media feed that seemed to know exactly what you wanted to see. If you did any of those things, you used AI. It's the invisible brainpower that makes our gadgets so smart. This technology is becoming more and more a part of our lives, and it's only going to get more powerful. We are living in an incredible time, watching a new kind of intelligence grow and evolve right before our very eyes. Understanding it is the first step to harnessing its power for good. This AI revolution is happening in two major stages. The first stage is where we are right now. We have created AI that is incredibly good at one specific thing. We call this Narrow AI. It's like a highly trained specialist. It can beat the world champion at chess, or it can recommend your next favorite movie, but it can't do both. It's focused. The next stage, the one scientists and engineers are working towards, is called Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. This is the kind of AI you see in the movies, an intelligence that can learn, understand, and apply its knowledge to almost any problem, just like a human can. So, what does this all mean for us? It means we are on the cusp of some of the biggest changes in human history. The journey from the simple AI we use today to the powerful AGI of tomorrow is filled with incredible possibilities and some big questions we need to answer together. It's a journey of discovery, innovation, and responsibility. As we explore this amazing field, we'll see how science is pushing the boundaries of what's possible. So, let's put on our thinking caps and dive into the amazing world of AI. Consider this. The world is changing, and science is leading the way. Our everyday smart helpers. So, what exactly is this Narrow AI that we use every day? Think of it as a tool that's been designed to do one job really, really well. It's also called weak AI, but don't let that name fool you. It can be incredibly powerful within its specific area. Imagine a master chef who can only cook one perfect dish, or a musician who can only play one song flawlessly. That's Narrow AI. It operates within a predefined set of rules and is trained on data that is specific to its single task. It doesn't understand the world outside of that task, and it doesn't have any self-awareness or consciousness. It's just a very sophisticated program. Let's look at some examples you probably use all the time. Your favorite voice assistant, whether it's Siri, Alexa, or the Google Assistant, is a great example of Narrow AI. You can ask it to play a song, set a timer, or tell you a joke. It's amazing at understanding your voice commands and finding the right information. But if you ask it for advice on a personal problem or to write a poem about your dog, it will probably get confused. That's because it's only programmed for specific tasks related to information retrieval and device control. It doesn't your life, it just recognizes patterns in your words. Another fantastic example is the technology behind self-driving cars. These cars use a complex system of Narrow AI to do one very complicated thing: drive. They use sensors to see the road, other cars, and pedestrians. They use AI to interpret all that data and make decisions about steering, braking, and accelerating. They are getting better and better at navigating our busy streets. However, the AI that drives the car can't decide to change its destination because it's a nice day for a trip to the beach. It can't have a conversation with you about the scenery. Its entire world is the task of driving safely from point A to point B, from the spam filter in your email that keeps your inbox clean to the recommendation engines on Netflix and Amazon that suggest what you might like next. Narrow AI is everywhere. It's the engine behind facial recognition that unlocks your phone, and it helps doctors analyze medical images to spot diseases earlier. Each of these systems is a genius in its own little world. They make our lives more convenient, efficient, and sometimes even safer. They are the workhorses of the modern digital age, performing millions of tasks for us without us even realizing it. They are the first amazing step in our AI journey. The strengths of Narrow AI are truly impressive. When you give it a specific job, it can perform that job with a speed and accuracy that no human could ever match. Think about a computer that plays chess. An AI like Deep Blue or AlphaZero can analyze millions of possible moves every second. It can see patterns and strategies that are invisible to even the best human grandmasters. This is because it isn't distracted, it doesn't get tired, and it has access to a massive database of every great chess game ever played. This superhuman focus is what makes Narrow AI so powerful in specialized fields. This incredible efficiency is a huge benefit in many industries. In manufacturing, AI-powered robots can assemble products on an assembly line 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without ever needing a break. They perform repetitive tasks with perfect precision, which improves the quality of the products and keeps human workers safe from dangerous jobs. In finance, AI algorithms can analyze stock market data in real time, identifying trends and making trades faster than any human trader could blink. These systems are designed for one purpose, and they execute it with breathtaking skill. They are the ultimate specialists. But for all its strengths, Narrow AI has some very important limitations. The biggest one is its lack of flexibility. It's like having a garage full of amazing tools. You have a hammer that is perfect for hitting nails, and a screwdriver that is perfect for turning screws. But you can't use the hammer to turn a screw, and you can't use the screwdriver to hit a nail. Narrow AI is the same way. The AI that recommends movies cannot suddenly learn to drive a car. It is brittle. If you take it outside of its specific comfort zone, it breaks down completely. It cannot transfer its knowledge from one area to another. This brings us to its other major limit, a total lack of common sense or true understanding. A narrow AI system doesn't what it's doing in the way a human does. When an AI translates a sentence from one language to another, it's not thinking about the meaning or the cultural context. It's just matching patterns it learned from millions of translated documents. This is why AI translations can sometimes be hilariously wrong or nonsensical. It doesn't have a broad model of the world. It can't reason about things it hasn't been specifically trained on. It's a brilliant performer, but it doesn't understand the play. Now, let's talk about the future. Let's talk about artificial general intelligence, or AGI. If Narrow AI is a specialist tool, AGI is the ultimate multi-tool. It's the kind of AI that scientists and dreamers have been imagining for decades. AGI is the goal of creating a machine with the ability to understand, learn, and apply its intelligence to solve any problem, much like a human being. It wouldn't be limited to a single narrow task. Instead, it would have the cognitive flexibility to figure things out, adapt to new situations, and think on its feet. It represents a fundamental leap in the nature of intelligence itself. So what makes AGI so different from the AI we have today? The key difference is in the word general. An AGI would not need to be specially programmed for every new task it encounters. It could use its existing knowledge and reasoning abilities to tackle brand new challenges. For example, an AGI could read a textbook on biology and then use that knowledge to help a scientist design a new experiment. Then, it could switch gears and learn how to compose a piece of music, or even help an architect design a more energy-efficient building. Its ability to learn would be broad and adaptable. This is a huge departure from Narrow AI. A Narrow AI system is trained on a specific dataset for a specific purpose. A self-driving car's AI is trained on trillions of miles of driving data. A language translation AI is trained on a massive library of texts. But an AGI would learn more like a human child does. It would learn by observing the world, by asking questions, by experimenting, and by connecting ideas from different domains. It would build a comprehensive model of how the world works, which would give it a kind of common sense that today's AI completely lacks. Creating a true AGI is one of the biggest scientific challenges of our time. We're not there yet, and there's a lot of debate about how long it will take to get there. But the pursuit of AGI is pushing the boundaries of computer science, neuroscience, and philosophy. It forces us to ask deep questions about what intelligence really is. What does it mean to understand something? What is consciousness? As we work towards building these incredible machines, we are also learning more about the most complex and mysterious thing in the universe, the human brain. The quest for AGI is also a quest to understand ourselves. The way an AGI would learn is, honestly, just fundamentally different from how Narrow AI learns. Narrow AI learns through a process called supervised learning on a massive, labeled dataset. Imagine you want to teach an AI to recognize pictures of cats. You'd need to show it like millions of pictures with each one labeled cat or not a cat. The AI learns to associate certain patterns of pixels with the label cat. It's very effective for that one task, but honestly, it's a bit like memorizing flashcards for a test. It doesn't lead to a deep understanding of what a cat actually is, a furry four-legged animal that purrs and chases mice. AGI, on the other hand, would be capable of unsupervised or self-supervised learning. It would be more like giving a person a library and just letting them explore. An AGI could ingest vast amounts of information, text, images, videos, sound, from the internet, even if it's not all neatly labeled. It would start to find patterns and build connections on its own. It would learn that the word cat is often associated with images of furry animals, the sound of meowing, and concepts like pet and mammal. This allows it to build a much richer, more interconnected model of the world, kind of like how humans learn. This leads to another crucial ability: transfer learning. This is something humans do all the time without even thinking about it. If you learn how to ride a bicycle, you can probably figure out how to ride a scooter or a motorcycle pretty quickly. You transfer the core concepts of balance, steering, and momentum. Narrow AI is terrible at this. The AI that plays chess can't use its knowledge of strategy to play a different board game like Go, but an AGI could. It could learn the principles of physics from one context and apply them to solve a completely different engineering problem. This ability to generalize knowledge is really a hallmark of true intelligence. Ultimately, the goal is for an AGI to learn continuously and interactively, just like us. It would learn from its mistakes, ask for clarification when it's confused, and actively seek out new information to fill in the gaps in its knowledge. It wouldn't be a one-time training process. It would be a lifelong journey of learning and growth. This continuous learning cycle would allow it to stay up to date with a changing world and constantly refine its understanding. It would be less like a static computer program and more like a living, evolving mind. That is the real game changer. One of the most exciting prospects of AGI is its incredible flexibility and adaptability. Unlike Narrow AI, which is rigid and really confined to its programming, an AGI could handle novelty and uncertainty with ease. Imagine a disaster relief scenario, like an earthquake. A Narrow AI robot might be programmed to search for survivors in a specific type of collapsed building. But if it encounters an unexpected obstacle, like a flooded street or a different kind of structure, it would be stuck. An AGI, however, could assess the new situation, reason about the physics of the rubble, and devise a completely new strategy on the fly. It could adapt its goals and actions to the real world in all its messy, unpredictable glory. This adaptability extends to the realm of creativity, which honestly is an area we often think of as uniquely human. While some Narrow AI can generate art or music, it does so by mimicking patterns it learned from existing human creations. It's more like a sophisticated collage artist than a true innovator. An AGI, with its deep understanding of the world, could be genuinely creative. It could combine concepts from wildly different fields to generate truly novel ideas. For instance, it could draw inspiration from the structure of a seashell to design a new kind of concert hall with perfect acoustics, or use principles from biology to create a more efficient solar panel. This power to innovate could completely revolutionize science and medicine. Scientific discovery often involves finding hidden connections between different fields of knowledge. An AGI could read and understand the entire body of scientific literature, every paper in physics, chemistry, biology, and medicine ever published. It could then identify subtle patterns and connections that no human researcher, or even a team of researchers, could ever hope to find. It could formulate new hypotheses and design experiments to test them, dramatically accelerating the pace of scientific breakthroughs. It could help us cure diseases, solve climate change, and unlock the secrets of the universe. This creative problem-solving ability would also transform our economy and society. An AGI could help us design smarter cities, create more personalized and effective education systems, and develop new technologies we can't even imagine yet. It would be the ultimate research assistant, engineer, and strategic partner. It wouldn't just be a tool that executes human commands. It would be a collaborator that could help us think bigger and solve our most complex challenges. The potential for positive change is immense. It would be like a new renaissance, powered by a new kind of mind. The potential benefits of artificial general intelligence are, honestly, truly staggering. In medicine, an AGI could act as the ultimate diagnostic tool. It could analyze a patient's entire genetic code, medical history, and lifestyle data to create perfectly personalized treatment plans. It could develop new drugs and cures in a fraction of the time it takes today, potentially eradicating diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's. In education, an AGI could serve as a personal tutor for every student on Earth, adapting its teaching style to each individual's learning pace and interests. It could make high-quality education accessible to everyone, regardless of their location or background, unlocking human potential on a global scale. The economic opportunities are just as vast. AGI could optimize global supply chains, eliminate waste, and design new, sustainable ways to produce energy and food. It could manage complex systems with a level of efficiency we can't currently achieve, leading to a world of abundance. This could free up humans from repetitive and dangerous labor, allowing us to focus on creativity, relationships, and personal growth. The new industries and jobs created around developing and working alongside AGI could lead to a new era of prosperity. AGI could be the key to solving some of humanity's oldest and most difficult problems. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and the development of AGI carries significant risks. One of the biggest concerns is the control problem. How do we ensure that a superintelligent AGI will always have goals that are aligned with human values? If we give an AGI a goal like cure cancer, how do we make sure it doesn't take actions with catastrophic side effects that we didn't anticipate? Ensuring that AGI remains safe and beneficial is a complex technical and philosophical challenge that we must solve before we create such a powerful intelligence. A mistake could be irreversible. Beyond the control problem, there are serious ethical and social questions to consider. What happens to jobs when AGI can perform most human intellectual labor? How do we ensure that the benefits of AGI are shared widely, and don't just increase the gap between the rich and the poor? There are also concerns about privacy, security, and the potential for misuse of AGI by bad actors. We need to have a global conversation about these issues now, not after the technology is already here. We must build a future with AGI that is not just technologically advanced, but also fair, just, and humane. We've traveled from the AI that's in your pocket today to the incredible AGI that might shape our world tomorrow. We've seen that the narrow AI we currently use is a powerful tool, a specialist that excels at one thing. It's changing our lives in countless ways, making things more efficient and convenient. But it's just the first step on a much longer journey. The ultimate goal, artificial general intelligence, is something else entirely. It's not just a better tool, it's a new kind of mind with the potential to learn, create, and reason in ways that rival or even exceed our own. The transition from a world of narrow AI to a world with AGI will be one of the most profound changes humanity has ever experienced. It promises to help us solve our biggest challenges, from disease and poverty to climate change and resource scarcity. It could unlock a future of unprecedented creativity, discovery, and prosperity. The possibilities are as limitless as our imagination. Think about it. A collaborator that can help us understand the universe, a tutor that can unlock every person's potential, a doctor that can design a perfect cure just for you. This is the future that science is working to build, but this future isn't guaranteed to be a utopia. As we've discussed, there are big challenges and serious risks we need to manage carefully. We need to think about safety, ethics, and how to build a society where AGI benefits everyone. This isn't just a job for scientists and engineers, it's a conversation for all of us. We all have a stake in the future, and we all need to be informed and engaged. Understanding the difference between narrow AI and AGI is the first step. It allows you to participate in the conversation and think critically about the world we are creating. So, I'll leave you with a question. Are you ready? Are you ready for a world that is about to change in fundamental ways? It's an exciting and maybe a little scary thought. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be an incredible adventure. The future is not something that just happens to us. It's something we build together. By staying curious, asking questions, and embracing the power of science and reason, we can help steer this revolution towards a future that is brighter for all of humanity. The world of tomorrow is being invented today. Let's get excited about it.